I am Pelagia Pachi and I worked for the Terno project to support Roma children at the age of 11-12 years in secondary education. Before your participation in the educational program Terno, what was your perspective for the Roma community? Fortunately, because I had worked with Roma before, from my first experience then, I had seen their different perception in almost all levels, whether this was education, life, their different culture, so generally I was prepared for what I was going to face. And these perceptions you had, did they change? Did they improve after this educational program? What did you benefit from it? I improved a lot because before I hadn't done specific training with Roma. I had only worked with them. Working in this program, I learned to a further degree how I should work with Roma children, the best way to approach the children and their parents, how I can establish a better relationship with them in various ways, either through games or theatrical play. That was very important during the program, since it was something that was very familiar to them, or through dancing activities that they enjoyed very much, or by giving them leading roles to activities which children themselves already knew. I saw the strongest abilities of the children, and there I emphasized something I learned through this educational program. My perception further improved through it. From the support centers that were created through Terno program, do you see some benefits for these children? Yes, many. Working initially with the children who before had no support, only at school, I saw how many shortcomings they had in many levels, language, mathematics, everything, and I saw that the schools were moving forward without filling their gaps. Through their participation in the program, I observed that the students themselves felt afterwards more confident to continue school, to attend the school each day, to come to tell me what they have not understood and to try together with me to understand. The program helped them very much, something which children themselves realized at the end, and it was very important for me to see that the children wanted the continuity of the program. So you saw improvement at what concerns their school attendance. Yes, they attended more regularly, while in the beginning this was not the case. Also, it was something that we had set as a goal. There were children who had stopped attending school and we approached them and they began again attending, aiming to finish primary school, while they may have missed 1-2 years. By coming to the program and by refreshing what they already knew and by getting new knowledge from us, they felt strong and ready to continue. Thus it helped also their integration, yes, very much. There were examples of children who, in the course of the summer, after they had finished primary school, in September they decided to enroll to high school and continued to attend Roma Terno courses to help their high school attendance. They didn't stop because they entered high school, they continued normally both to us and high school. So a number of children continued in secondary education, yes. The goal that we had set to achieve, we saw it becoming a reality. What activities did you do, apart from those you said that improved the language? What else did you do? We made many activities that involved dramatic play, and we combined them with language knowledge. We gave roles to the children to perform, we had music motion games which helped them in math, we played dancing games which helped them to learn to count, to learn the multiplication through it. We organized many extracurricular activities and visits. We went to the Acropolis to speak about history and to see in practice what I was saying in the course. We made sure the children got to know the community in which they live. We made visits to the public library in their region. The kids had never visited again the library, so it helped them see the benefits of reading books. We learned what information we can find from encyclopedias and also learned to travel with public transportation, to use public transportation correctly, to use tickets, to give their seats to the elderly. We also learned those kind of things. Nice. This is very important. Now you have learned more about the Roma community as a result of Terno program. Yes, of course. because I also worked more with the parents themselves. Also, from the daily contact that I was having with the children, I learned so much from them, for their culture, for the condition in which they live, because it is different to hear about it and different to experience it daily and to actually see the serious problems they face in order to survive. So it was a whole different story experiencing it myself. As I told you, I also contacted the parents. I learned about the problems they are facing. I tried to give any assistance needed from me in many aspects. For example, how to deal with certain situations or about health issues. For example, vaccination information, what they need to do with their child. They had no knowledge on those issues, so they trusted me that I can help them. Furthermore, how can they face problems that had, for example, in school, racism problems they experienced by other children who were not Roma, or by their own teachers and directors who may not have accepted Roma children, with excuses like that the school didn't have enough positions to take them, that they have to wait for new teachers and classrooms, which was not true. So we gave them instruction and advice on how to cope with all these problems. Did you also work with other partners, not educators, for specific topics? Yes. We also organized educational seminars for parents, where we worked with the Ministry of Health and the Hellenic Center for Disease Control and Prevention. With several other workshops, we brought people from different expertise areas to talk to children about various issues. Very important for us, however, was the issue of health, which we realized how important it was in order for the children to be able to continue to school and for the parents themselves to get the know-how on what to do to protect their children when they are young. By putting the basis when they are young, then they continue and it all goes as a chain, which results in them being more prepared for what it is to come later in life. The proper vaccination that they should do, what they need to do when their children get sick, when they should not send their children to school because of a sickness in order not to get even worse. All those seminars took place with the help of the doctors, and some of this knowledge was unknown even for me. I didn't know, for example, what health problems can a child have. I got permission from the doctors to be able to contact them when I needed their help, and they were always there to help me, inform me right on how to approach a health problem or a dental problem. There were many problems of this nature, so the doctors of the world came themselves and made visits, and then the parents themselves started understanding the importance of oral hygiene and the problems that someone can have if he is not careful. So they started to be careful with themselves and their children and to make regular doctor visits. So there is a direct connection between the school and the wider community on issues that are very important for them to work together. Yes, the parents learned where to address health issues when they have a problem. They learned about the doctors of the world, the Hellenic Center for Disease Control and Prevention, the existence of the Health Education Organization that works with the help of the Health Ministry. All those things the parents were not able to know before in order to not need in the future our mediation and to be able to get their necessary help by themselves. So they kind of developed an autonomy. Yes. This is very important. Would you encourage other schools, other teachers to use approaches applied in Terno program? It almost goes without saying that all schools should have something like that, no matter if they have Roma children or not. This is a matter of intercultural education now. In Greece, we meet multiculturalism in every school. It is not rare. Especially in schools where Roma children attend and fierce racism exists because it is still there, a teacher must know how to handle certain situations, and through Terno program he learns that. He must learn the problems that a Roma child faces, problems that are not only limited within school. It all starts from their house, and perhaps the reaction of a child in school is affected from a problem at home. So a teacher should know all this. Why a child reacts in a certain way, how can he help him, how to make him feel as a part of the team rather than a unit. Because it is very essential for a child to join the team of the class, and this will be done only when the teacher himself understands that diversity is not a disadvantage. On the contrary, it is an advantage. And for the children that are not Roma, it is very important to learn to coexist with children from different cultures, civilizations. There are many positive outcomes which come out from the inclusion of cultures and civilizations. You learn a lot of things that benefit both teachers and classmates. I see. So schools open to the society. Are you optimistic? Yes, very much. I have faith in their future. Generally, through my experience with the children and by observing their development steps, I am optimistic about them a lot. And I believe that gradually the next generations can only move towards the better. And parents, do you see any difference there? Yes, the parents themselves realize how good it is for their child to complete their studying. They acknowledge the importance of sending the child to go in the morning to school, but also to come every afternoon to us, because the extra help that it cannot be offered by them because of their previous lack of education was given to their children by us, and they realized that this was very important. And the children attended with great joy. They were always in our facilities earlier. So only positive messages and optimism one might have seeing this partnership with parents and children. Very nice. Thanks a lot, Pelagia. And I thank you.